Banshee literally translates in the Irish language, means fairy woman, and she is this Irish Celtic goddess who moves between worlds, the underworld and then this world, which I see as how women move between worlds in their everyday life. We have to have so many different faces on, and we have to move through so many different worlds in one day, and that's, you know, the life of women.
I knew I was always going to start a brand, but how it came together was this natural evolution. It started from when I was studying fashion design. I just wanted to use tweeds or Irish linens. I just wanted to learn about tailoring. And then when I got to Savile Row, I fell madly in love. It was this big love affair. And then I also couldn't believe that there was nothing for women. You know, I find this so fascinating, getting to choose your buttons, getting to choose your fabrics. And I think other women would want to do this as well. And also having clothes that fit properly. We come in all different shapes and sizes. So getting clothes made bespoke for you is something that should have been around a long time, but it just hasn't been.
It begins with the cloth, which with the natural heritage fabrics we use is really about the landscape and the land and the wild land. That landscape is actually where my family originally came from in Ireland, and the landscape is these wild mountains and beaches, and it's really rugged and wild and beautiful on the Atlantic. That kind of wildness really inspires the work.
Some of the fabrics that we use come from this beautiful mill called Studio Donegal, and they're made on these wooden looms that are hundreds of years old. These fabrics are designed to last, you know, 100 years, and the idea is that you mend and repair what you already have. They don't fall apart. When I discovered their existence a number of years ago, I was just really excited that something like that still existed, where that level of craftsmanship and creativity was still around. They're constantly creating new tweeds that they design themselves, and they're these craftspeople, which I love that.
Savile Row naturally lends itself to sustainability because you only make what you need to make. There's no excess, there's no wastage of fabric. And so for us, that's a really great way of making sure that the brand isn't polluting and causing too much damage. We break all the rules. We're courageous and rebellious with the aesthetic. We're not trying to recreate something that's been done, you've seen a million times over. We want our pieces to be unique and very distinguished, that they're Banshee.
I always say to people when I'm designing clothes for them that I want them to be able to wear them in different contexts. If you want and need a business suit, that it's not just to wear to the office, that you could wear the suit with a pair of heels to a lovely event and you feel really dressed up. You can wear it with a pair of trainers and be a bit more casual, so you can kind of integrate it into your everyday lifestyle and elevate what you already have. We're the only women's tailoring brand that show on London Fashion Week. We're also the only bespoke women's tailoring house. The worlds of fashion and tailoring, instead of them being considered separate, which they really have been up until now, that I want to bring them together and make tailoring fashionable, because it's about longevity, but you can still look really stylish. In this new collection that I've designed, I felt it was really important to introduce and bring in pieces from previous collections and bring them together in a way that shows that, you know, you don't need new pieces of clothing all the time. Our clothes are not seasonal, they're seasonless, and they're meant to last an entire lifetime. So for me, that was really important with this film, with this collection, is to bring the new with the old and mix them together. This collection is called Bring Sexy Back. And for me, it was about female sexual empowerment and owning that we are empowered as women and we don't need to prove anything. We've already got there. These women don't need to prove anything. They've already won.